Our national identity has emerged through a long-drawn process of confluence, assimilation, and coexistence. The multiplicity in culture, faith, and language is what makes India special. We derive our strength from tolerance. We accept and respect our pluralism. We celebrate our diversity. As Gandhiji explained, Indian nationalism was not exclusive, not aggressive, not destructive. It was this very nationalism that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru so vividly expressed in the discovery of India, and I quote, "I am convinced that nationalism can only come out of the ideological fusion of Hindu, Muslims, Sikhs, and other groups in India. That does not mean the extinction of any real cultural or of any group, but it does mean a common national outlook to which other matters are subordinated." The Indian Constitution, consisting of 395 articles and 12 schedules, is not an instrument for administration, a legal document, but a Magna Carta of socio-economic transformation of the country. It represents the hopes and aspirations of billions plus people in India. From our Constitution flows our nationalism. The construct of Indian nationalism is constitutional patriotism, which consists of an appreciation of our inherited and shared diversity, a readiness to enact one's citizenship at different levels, an ability to self-correct and learn from others. 1.3 billion people use more than 122 languages and 1,600 dialects in their everyday life. Practice 7 major religions in their everyday life. Belong to 3 major ethnic groups: Caucasians, Dravidians, and Mongolites. Yet, under one system, one flag, one constitution, and one identity, which we may call Bharatiya, Indian. But we do not identify any enemy. That is, makes Bharat diverse and united nation. Manifestations of rage are tearing our social fabrics. Every day we see increased violence around us. At the heart of this violence is a darkness, fear, and mistrust. We must free our public discourse from all forms of violence, physical as well as verbal. Only a non-violent society can ensure the participation of all sections of people in the democratic process, especially the marginalized and the dispossessed. We must move from anger, violence, and conflict to peace, harmony, and happiness.